Hello there. In this video, we have some dirty cars, a robotic vacuum cleaner, and too much time on our hands. And on that basis, I suspect you've already figured out what we're up to. Welcome to Car Spy TV. Yes, that's right. We're going to figure out whether it's viable to clean a car with a robotic vacuum cleaner. And yes, I suspect we already know the answer, but let's run some tests anyway. If it ever stops raining. This Skoda is the first car that needs some attention, specifically the boot, which, as we can see, is full of mud, leaves, crumbs, and other bits and pieces. This is the robotic vacuum cleaner that has to hoover the boot today, and it looks like a giant frisbee, so we're going to have to resist the temptation to chuck it across the garden. Anyway, the manufacturer, where's it gone, is OKP, and the model number is K5 Pro. And of course, this thing contains a battery, so it hasn't got to be plugged directly into the mains. It can work independently. However, it's preferable to use it alongside the docking station, which is that white thing down there, and that does need to be plugged in. Right then, we now have an extension cable running to the car from the house, so we can plug in the base station, something like that, and the base station and of course the robot itself are over here on the right side of the car near the front of the boot. I've also had a quick look at the instructions, and although it doesn't specifically say this, I get a funny feeling the robot would work better if it had a driver, and who better than a highly experienced penguin driver who's facing the wrong way. Well, that's the way you're supposed to be looking. All right, and it's also going to be interesting to time the robot to see how long it takes to do this job. So we need a stopwatch. Where's this clock gone on this one? There we go. This is my old mobile phone. Now, I can't press start on that at exactly the same time as I press start on the vacuum because I haven't got enough hands, so we'll just do the best we can. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Clock's going, and nothing. Oh, that is off. There we go. Reversing. Oh. What's going on here? Look, we've got those spinning brushes on the side, which are for doing the edges. Are you just going to sit there? Come on, Penguin, get going. You can't just sit there and do nothing. Is that it? Oh, no, you're off. Turned around, 180 degrees. Oh, over the mud. Oh, look at it, it's really going for it now. We've got some speed. Don't you crash. Oh, there's a leaf. Go on, oh, it's turned. Oh, go on, get the leaf. Go on. Come on, you're so close. Oh, it's just moving the leaf around. That's no good. Come on, Penguin. Come on, robot. You can do it. Come on, nearly. Have you got it? I can't tell. Can you see? Oh, I think it's got it, you know. That's not bad. Now, we'll get you back near the docking station. Don't just hoover the docking station up. That's a stupid thing to do. Go that way. Go that way. Have you been drinking, Penguin? This is not how you drive a vacuum cleaner. No, this is not good. Oh, do I have to help you? Okay, I'm going to help you. Come on, go that way. Just, oh, it stopped. Okay, let's press start again. Right, better. Now, stay away from the docking station. Right, let's go for the other leaves now. Over the mud. I'm not feeling too optimistic about this at this point. It would just be quicker to get a normal vacuum cleaner, wouldn't it? Right, oh, over the leaves. I want the glass, it hit the glass. That's not just a glass I grabbed from the kitchen. That's a priceless mid-Victorian antique. Maybe. Over the crumbs. Oh, it's hoovering up the crumbs. Into the corner. Now, those down there, those orange bottles are Lucozade. I like to think of that as a low-calorie health drink, but maybe not. Over there on the other side of the boot, we've got some interesting bits and pieces. Well, that is the compressor I use to pump up the tyres. Those are just some random tools. That's a jump pack in case the battery goes flat. And that is a snow shovel, one of those collapsible ones. Where's the Penguin gone? Oh no, are you okay? Are you all right? No, I don't think she is. You have a lie down there. We'll leave the robot to do its thing. Right, according to the stopwatch, 7 minutes have now passed since we started the robot, and look, it's driven back to the docking station, parked and turned itself off, but has it actually caught any debris? Well, there's only one way to find out. We're going to have a look inside, in the little bin. Right, place your bets now. Anything? Oh yeah, look. It has caught something. So that's the debris that came out of the robot, which isn't bad, but it has left quite a few crumbs in the boot, around here in particular, more over there, a few over there, and of course it hasn't really touched that mud, but I can forgive it that, because that really needs a sponge. Interesting. Let's move on to test number 2 now, which is that Vauxhall Corsa. Now, I was going to get the robot to clean the carpet down here on the driver's side, but there's no point because look, half the carpet's missing, as we can see. So I'll have a go at the front passenger side instead, which is actually a bit easier because something is missing. Can you tell what? Yes, it is, of course, the front passenger seat, which rather than being in here, is in that Ford Mondeo. It's a long story. For this test, we're going to use the robot by itself and forget the docking station. Also, Penguin isn't going to drive because, as we saw, she fell off last time. But nonetheless, we do need someone at the helm. Any volunteers? Thank you very much. Right, press the start button. And off we go. Now, as before, we've got some leaves down here. Bits of twig as well. So hopefully it's going to pick those up. I am slightly concerned about those wires. Hopefully it won't chew those up, but time will tell. So we'll leave that to do its thing. Mind those wires, dinosaur. I'll be cross if you chew them up. Those wires were part of an aftermarket stereo that was fitted to this car when I bought it, but I removed that for various reasons. Come on, get the leaf. We need that out of the way, surely. Oh, nearly. Come on. Stop messing about. You can do it. Oh, there we go. Nearly. Maybe, no, well, I'll tell you what, we'll leave the dinosaur and the robot to do their thing and then come back when they finish and see if they've been successful. Yes, there are quite a few bits and pieces in there. Can you see that? It's not a perfect job though, because if we look down here, we've still got a big leaf, various other bits of detritus as well. It did also try and chew up those wires, but more seriously, just like the Penguin, the dinosaur fell off as well, and now look, he's got a sprained ankle. Poor little fella. Let's move on to test number 3 now, which is in the Ford Mondeo. Right. We've already seen some injuries in this video, but will the robot now injure itself by falling off the back seat of this car as it tries to clean it? Well, there's only one way to find out. So, how close do you think we should put the robot to the edge of the seat? Closer than that? I think so too. Bit closer? All right then. Little bit more? All right, just a tad. It is a long way down there, you know, for a small robot. Anyway, we'll give it that little bit of contingency. Wish you luck and press start. Be careful, robot. Oh, it's a positive start there. Doesn't seem too scared. It did go backwards though, didn't it? Further away from the edge. And who can blame it? Off it goes. All right. Come on, drive towards the edge. Live life dangerously. What's the worst that can happen? You end up down there in a million pieces and we buy a new one. It's not even my machine. I've borrowed it for this video. I wonder what the owner will think. Anyway, come on then, do something. Oh, you stopped. Making weird noises. Sitting there. Have you chickened out? Oh dear. Ugh. Come on, don't be a wimp, do something. Earn your money. Ugh. Oh, off he goes. Maybe. I tell you what, we'll give him a couple of minutes, come back, see if he's still alive. Well, it hasn't stopped raining yet, but at least the rain is lighter. We've had so much rain here recently, it's unbelievable. And all that moisture means it's a constant battle to stop that Mondeo going mouldy. A battle I'm not convinced I'm winning. And I've just noticed as well that the tyre is flat. Don't worry though, it's only flat at the bottom. Anyway, let's see how the robot's doing. Oh, still alive. So the robot didn't jump off the seat and destroy itself, but did it actually suck up any dirt? Let's have a look. And... no, not really. There's a little bit on the filter there. But to be fair, that seat wasn't particularly dirty when we started the experiment. So, is it viable to hoover your car with a robotic vacuum cleaner? To be fair to the robot, it genuinely sucked up dirt from the boot of the Skoda and the floor of the Vauxhall. It did better than I expected, but clearly other types of vacuum are better suited to confined areas such as cars, and the robot is better suited to big open spaces such as the kitchen floor. What a remarkable conclusion. That's it for now, but before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Car Spy TV, to say hello in the comment section, to click like on this video and to visit carspytv.com, and while you do those things, I'll take these two to hospital. Bye.